Pokemon Master! I choose you!
Hello, Pokemon champions, and welcome to the Johto region. So, as many of you probably know, Pokemon Gold and Silver have been released on the Virtual Console so you can play it on your 3DS. Well, in honor of being able to revisit Johto and Kanto in Gold and Silver, I want to introduce a brand new, awesome fun series on this channel that is going to be known as Storytime. So I'm just going to share with you guys in the first episode of the series, I'm going to share with you guys my tales of Johto, my memories that I have in the Johto region. Specifically, I'll be talking with you guys about my journey through the Johto region in Heart Gold, as well as Kanto in Heart Gold. Heart Gold was my choice between the two of Soul Silver, and that I actually have not had the chance to play through Gold and Silver or go through an actual Gen 2 game yet. But since on the Virtual Console, I plan to do a Let's Play on Instagram for you guys very soon after I finish my Pokemon Sun Let's Play on Instagram. So, let us dive into what occurred long ago in the Johto region. We're going to begin the journey like every new trainer in the Johto region, and we are going to start in New Bark Town. I just remember when I bought the game, I was so excited to go home from GameStop. I was just so excited to go home, play it right away. And I remember going into New Bark Town, talking to my mom in the kitchen, and I remember going to Professor Elm's lab and getting my starter. And I love the grass type starters, they're just amazing. And I chose Chikorita as my grass type starter. I chose Chikorita, my partner that would help me through the entire Johto region, that would help me through Kanto later on as well. So I chose Chikorita, and it was such a great experience to get a new grass type starter. Chikorita being the second grass type starter I've ever played with, the first being Turtwig. And being able to get Chikorita, I remember fond memories of watching the Johto anime, seeing Ash with his Chikorita, and Chikorita is just such an incredibly cute Pokemon. It's amazing, and Chikorita helped me so much in my journey, evolving into Bailey, later on evolving into that Meganium, just these beautiful grass-type Pokemon. They were just amazing, guys. And Pokemon Heart Gold was a really quote-unquote addictive game for me. I just couldn't get enough of it. And being, living with my mom and my grandpa, just having the rules where I could only play on the weekends for an hour a day, that was the Pokemon game I looked forward to playing every week. Every week, as soon as I got home from school, on Saturday morning, Sunday morning, I was always playing Pokemon Heart Gold, always playing that game. And I remember the fondest memories going past Cherry Grove City, going to Violet City, just getting Caterpie, getting Pidgey, evolving them into Pidgeot and Butterfree. Butterfree really early on helped me conquer so much, well, not really conquer, I should say, but beat so many trainers along the way. Metapod using Harden, just Metapod, hit him with a Harden. Alright, use Harden again, Metapod's not good for that battling, but when it evolved into the majestic Butterfree, it was amazing. I remember going up against Whitney, the infamous Goldenrod City gym leader that so many people we're not gonna talk about it. Just her and her Miltank. Oh, the horror. Anyway, we get past Goldenrod, and I remember the fondest memories of sailing to Cinnabar Island on my, I believe, Gyarados. I'm a little fuzzy about what my team was, but I believe that my great team that helped me through Johto, through Kanto, was Meganium, Pidgeot, Butterfree, Gyarados. I believe I used Rapidash. Pretty sure my fire type was Rapidash. Could be wrong though, it's been a while since I've gone into my Heart Gold PC. But I just remember it was such a great time. Johto is such a beautiful region, it's very Japanese-esque, and it was just an amazing region. Just getting all those badges, finally being able to go into this great region that I watched so much of in the anime, and finally being able to go into one of the greatest regions of them all, Kanto, later on. It was such an amazing experience, and being that Heart Gold was the first time I was introduced to the actual region in the game, I was completely unaware that in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and even in the regular Gold and Silver, I was completely unaware that you could go to Kanto. When I found out I could go to Kanto after beating Johto, my mind was blown. I had no idea that there was going to be this much content in the game. Whew, I had like to take a step back. I looked at my screen again and I was like, wait, I can go to Kanto? Wait a minute, that's gotta be a typo. I actually asked one of my friends in school, I asked, do you really get to go to Kanto? Because I think I have a glitch in my game. There's no way you can go to Kanto. I mean, a game with 2 regions? What? And my friend was like, no, dude, you can go to Kanto. And he showed me on his DS how far he had gotten in Kanto. He had gotten really far. I think it was on the 7th gym in Kanto at Cinnabar Island. Oh, and excuse me if I said Cinnabar Island earlier. I remember sailing to Cyanwood City. That's what I remember. Getting to the Safari Zone, going to the Embedded Tower. Those moments were amazing. I have not gotten Rayquaza yet, because I don't have Soul Silver, obviously, yet. But I do plan to get Silver very soon. And, oh my gosh, the quest of the Johto Legendaries. The Johto quest to get those Legendaries is one of the best quests ever, because you can get all the main legendary Pokemon of Johto. You obviously get your mascot, but then you get the other mascot as well, and you get the 3 legendary beasts. Or legendary dogs is what I should be saying. And it was just a phenomenal experience to go chase these legendaries, and it was the same concept that I was very fond of after playing Pokemon Diamond, as well as playing Pearl and Platinum. I played through all 3 Sinnoh games, and I didn't know there were going to be more Gen 4 games. I had no idea. It was a complete shocker, because, you know, back in the day, you know, when I was like 10, you know, I didn't have a way to really find out about all the Pokemon stuff that was going on. So when I found out there were 5 Gen 4 games in total, I was, whew, 5 main series games. It was just an incredible thing. And my journey was a lot better, because I didn't know what was going to happen. And for every Pokemon game I've ever played, I really didn't know what was going to happen unless I saw something in the anime. And just going through my journey with my trusty Pokemon was just an amazing thing. It was an amazing thing. And, you know, Johto is a great region. It is a fabulous region. Do I like it more than Kanto? I don't know, but Johto was just amazing. It was a whole brand new experience, and it was my first time being exposed to Gen 2 Pokemon and Gen 1 Pokemon in their native region. I remember watching Indigo League, Orange Islands. I remember watching all 3 seasons of Johto growing up as a kid, and for the longest time I just wanted to play through these regions. I played some Gen 3 games of XD Gale Darkness and Coliseum on the GameCube, but they weren't, you know, I wasn't going through Hoenn, so I never got to go through Hoenn when I was growing up either. So I started in Sinnoh. Sinnoh was my kickoff point, really, as a Pokemon trainer going through the main series games. Granted, my Pokemon journey started long before I got to Sinnoh. And when I heard the Gen 4 games had Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I didn't know they were remakes. When I first played, I had no idea that they were remakes. I was unaware of, you know, Gold and Silver in their pre-state. So it was when I played Heart Gold, that's when I found out that, oh, there's Gold and Silver, these are remakes. I mean, at the time of this recording, I do now remember being with friends on the school bus, being, you know, at recess when I was little, you know, they would have, you know, their DS's, and, you know, we would talk about Gold and Silver and all the Johto awesomeness that there was. And I just remember, you know, seeing Gold and Silver. I remember being able to play on their Game Boy, their Game Boy, not the DS. I remember being able to play on the Game Boy, and seeing Johto and these Pokemon was just amazing. So, seeing, you know, people, my friends, battle with Typhlosion, battle with, you know, Totodile and Chikorita, it was an amazing thing to see. And, you know, when I finally got to go through Heart Gold, the journey was all the sweeter because I had seen my friends go through it, and I was so excited to see what kind of journey I would have with my team. I didn't use a team completely of Gen 2 Pokemon. I never really used a team of just the specific gen I'm in. Although I did do that for the first time with my Pokemon Sun Let's Play on Instagram, which you should totally check out. My username is in the description. But another fond memory I totally had was I will never forget the moment that Ho-Oh descended to the tower in Ecruteak City, the Tin Tower. And it was just an amazing thing, just seeing Ho-Oh fall literally from the heavens, just descend down upon the tower. It was just a beautiful sight to see. The graphics were amazing. They were better than what I saw in Sinnoh, and I couldn't believe how good they were. Ho-Oh looked like a legit god coming down, and in my like 10, 11-year-old mind, this was the best thing ever. It was the best thing ever. Just seeing Ho-Oh come down, actually being able to have an interaction with Ho-Oh despite just, you know, seeing it in a cameo in the first episode of Pokemon. I was so happy to see Ho-Oh, and being able to get Lugia in the Whirl Islands, being able to get all the legendaries aside from Celebi, it was amazing. And Johto has so much mythology and lore into it, and the Ruins of Alph were just amazing. I remember exploring everything from the Lake of Rage with Red Gyarados to the Ruins of Alph and the Unown. The mysteries were endless. And then when you got to Kanto, being able to get Latios, being able to get the legendary birds that were so majestic, being able to go get Mewtwo in the Cerulean Cave and capture it with that Ultra Ball. It was just an amazing time. You know, Pokemon Heart Gold was so like addictive to me that I played it really whenever I could. You know, I was that typical kid that at night when I was supposed to be laying in bed, you know, I would, and I've gotten caught doing it, which is why I'm gonna say it. I've been caught playing on my DS when I shouldn't have. But it's Pokemon. You know, that's what it does to you. It makes you want to play. You want to go through the journey and keep going. You know, I remember laying in my bed at night on my DS, and when I would hear, you know, someone come down the hallway, I would, you know, quickly put it under the bed and just, you know, try not to get caught with it. I remember, you know, I would sit home and, you know, be invested in my Pokemon Johto Kanto Journey. You know, it was amazing. And Heart Gold gave me my first experience with Red, because I never got to play as Red in the Gen 1 games or the Gen 1 remakes. I never played as Red, so I didn't have that luxury like so many other of you Pokemon champions. And that's where I kinda lacked. And when I found out that Red was atop Mount Silver, it was fabulous. I did not know Red was going to be there. I was completely unaware. All I heard was a really strong trainer resides on the top of Mount Silver, and only the strongest will defeat him. So I climbed and climbed to the top of Mount Silver, looking to be the best, like no one could ever be. And I went to the top of that mountain, looked Red right in the eye, and as all he said was ... I said, I challenge you to a Pokemon battle. The screen did its magical thing. I sent out my Pokemon, and I beat him. Red was defeated, and it was an amazing journey. I remember getting all 16 badges. This game was just an amazing experience for me. It was truly just amazing, being able to go through Johto, finding out I could go through Kanto, getting the Kanto starters. I believe I did choose Bulbasaur because I wanted to stick with the grass type theme, or maybe I did choose Charmander. I'm pretty sure I chose Bulbasaur, but it was just truly it was an amazing experience, is what I'm gonna say. That's all I can say. So that is my personal experience of how I felt going through Johto and then going through Kanto. I remember getting Kyogre too. I remember getting Kyogre. The amount of legendaries you could get in the Gen 2 remakes is phenomenal. Getting Gen 3, Gen 1, and Gen 2 legendaries is the most fabulous thing I've ever seen. It is fabulous. And being able to trade with the Sinnoh games was all the better because I was able to take Turtwig through Johto and Kanto. I was able to take Staraptor through Johto and Kanto. So I made eggs of the Pokemon that helped me out through Sinnoh, and then hatched those eggs in the Sinnoh region and traded them into Johto and Kanto, and I just strengthened up that team and I beat the Indigo League with my Sinnoh team. So my Sinnoh team did a lot, and I will talk about what I did in my journey in Sinnoh in the future, but it was just a great experience in a fantastic Pokemon journey, and I cannot wait to go through Silver real soon for you guys. So that is it for today's video. I wanted this to be shorter, but there was just a lot I wanted to talk about, and it was just an amazing thing. I mean, I also remember being blocked by Sudowoodo. I had no idea how to get past Sudowoodo, so I kind of just leveled up my Pokemon for a little bit, made them about 5 levels higher, and it took me a while to figure out what to do with Sudowoodo. Eventually I did it, and I was like really proud too. I remember seeing Snorlax blocking the way as well, and man, that is always a treat. I just love seeing Snorlax. But those are my tales of Johto. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed very much. I thank you for watching, and comment down below what your memories of Johto are. What are your fondest memories? What starter helped you conquer the Johto and Kanto regions? What team did you travel with? And that is today's Poketalk segment. You know, what are your tales of Johto? What are your fondest memories? What was most significant about the Johto region? I know Birdkeeper Toby is really fond of Johto. Now, while Johto is not my favorite region, I do love it. I love it so much, and I cannot wait to go through it again. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are excited too. And with the release of Silver and Gold on the Virtual Console, let's further our dreams to catch them all. So, Pokemon Champions, if you enjoyed this video, you should leave it a like. If you're new to my channel, you should hit subscribe. Links to my social media are down in the description, and I will be doing a Pokemon Silver Let's Play on Instagram very soon. So, I will catch you guys later, and train hard, Pokemon Champions. Let's go travel to Johto now.